What's up, y'all? This is your DJ Brian Jew, and welcome back to our Friday Open Studio. We got my girl, homegirl Olivia in the house.
What's up, Ryan?
And we got our homeboy, Eugene Huang in the house.
What's up, homie?
Homie, don't play that. All right, now today in our Open Studio, we have all these people, brave people who came to our studio, even though it's raining cats and dogs outside. The weather is pretty stinky.
The weather is miserable.
Yes.
What's going on?
I know.
I don't know, like, you know how they call, big shoes boats from time to time? Like, I actually feel like my feet are actual boats because
like
every time I walk around
water.
outside, yeah, it's terrible. Like,
it's like that toy back in the States, like if you get in a little vending machine toy, 25 cents, you put in water and it just blows up.
Yeah, exactly. You know the little spongy toy thing.
Spongy
Yeah.
toy
No
thing
idea
is-
what you're talking about.
Where you from, girl?
Yeah.
California.
Whatever.
It's like,
I guess it was an East Coast thing.
maybe. I actually got
Yeah.
a lot of those in church. Like, you put the little capsule in the
I
water.
just went too far. I don't remember that happening
Okay.
in church. But
Okay, well.
all right, we
I'll
have
tell you about it in the break.
we have a full studio today. We have new faces too. I haven't seen a few people's faces, new people actually. So it's pretty,
exciting.
overwhelming,
Yes, very
exciting, and
happy.
awesome. So I'm
Family
looking
keeps getting bigger.
exactly. All right, we're gonna start off the show today with the song by the Sugar Babies, or is it Sugar Babes? Is it Babies or
Sugar
Babes?
Babes.
Is it Sugar Babes? All right, yeah, my English is really cruddy today. Yes.
Just today.
Okay, what's the
I will
song
crush
called?
you. All right, y'all. We're gonna start off the show with "About You Now." All right, welcome back to What's Poppin' on TBS efm with Brian Jew. We're gonna take we're gonna listen to messages from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with our Open Studio. Welcome back to What's Poppin' with Brian Jew.
And Olivia.
And Eugene.
And we're on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas.
GFN 98.7 in Gwangju.
And 93.7 in Yosu.
There are many ways that you can get in contact with us here at What's Poppin'.
You can text pound 1013 for a 51 charge.
You can send us a tweet elite at TBS What's Poppin'.
Or you can email us at efmpoppin@gmail.com.
Were you just constipated? You're like, oh, you can email us.
Yo, check it. You can also send us a Kakao Talk message if you add TBS EFM as your plus friend, yo.
Is that your rapper voice?
I don't know. Shoot.
Busted. Of course, as usual, I would like
Yes.
to announce that you can join us for our live studios that air on Friday and are recorded on Wednesdays.
But there are some changes over the next 2 weeks, right, Olivia?
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Next week, our open studio will be recorded on Tuesday,
Tuesday.
not Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That's Tuesday, July 23rd.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. So you guys know the update is only next week we're going to have our open studio pre-recorded on Tuesday, July 23rd. So don't get that all mixed up and come on Wednesday and be like, where the heck is everybody? We ain't here. Too bad for y'all. Anyways.
Yeah,
just
if you
wanna
would
let
like
know.
to attend, please send an email to efmpoppin@gmail.com. I think I got one email today, but we have 10 or 11 people who came.
Like
so
10,000.
I'm so excited.
yes, for security reasons, please do send an email.
Security reasons.
That's
Yes.
true.
Now it's time to go over the Word Up Words of the Week. So, you guys know by now that on Fridays we go over the words that we went over for the words of the day, and we make into a little skit. And Olivia, do you know what the words of the week were?
No, Brian. I'm going to turn it back to you. Okay? We're going to change it up. Why don't you tell us what the words of the week were?
What is up with your monotone attitude?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You so monotone. No, Ryan, I do not know. Yeah, I'm going to change that back to yo.
I do not sound like that.
You sound like a robot.
my
I
God.
do not.
You still do.
All right, okay, obviously
I'm a
that
good
part
sounding
was.
Robin if I sound like a robot.
You sound what? You do not sound like a robot.
I don't think I sound like a robot.
I did not say that you did.
Anyway,
Hi, I am Olivia Lim. And you're listening.
Okay.
We're just busting with you.
All right, so Brian, do you know the words?
Of course I know the words because I said them.
Okay.
It's treasure.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh la la.
Yes.
Destiny.
Woo.
And world.
We are the world.
ooh. Oh, this sounds interesting.
Yes.
Maybe we're on a quest to save the world, grab treasure, and fall in love. That was not a robot.
Yes, it was.
Oh my gosh.
All right, either way, we're going to find out in a second. And Eugene has a xylophone set up for us right now. He's going to ping, bong, ping. And just to let y'all know, because you guys aren't here at Live Open Studio, that was ghetto because you used a pen for that.
Well, the mallet's
sounded
missing.
good.
I don't know where the mallet is.
The mallet?
Yeah.
Maybe
I
we
don't
can
know.
make our own.
Out of what?
I wasn't making
Out of
fun
my
of you because
pen.
you're
Find
ghetto.
some wood
pen.
pieces.
I think it's cool that we're ghetto. Anyway, so treasure ooh la la destiny world. If we hear these words, Eugene will be bong bing bing bong bing.
Exactly. Okay, so let's go. Action.
Alrighty. Oh, well, look. I found the treasure. Now, if the magical ring of destiny is in there, I can save the world. Why am I talking to myself? And why do I use 3 words of the week in the first line?
Stop right there, Brainbow Baggins.
Sarah Olivia!
That's right. It is I, Sarah Olivia, corrupt with and master of all things evil.
You guys can laugh loud.
The treasure is mine. The magical sword of destiny shall not fall
The
into your
magical
hands.
ring of destiny. But, yeah.
Yes. And I shall rule the earth.
But wait!
Under my iron fist, this world will worship me as its supreme leader. I shall conquer all, and none shall stand in my path, for I am.
Hey, Sarah Olivia, wait, I
I am the one who will strike fear and terror upon all who inhabit this world.
But wait!
Oh, what is it?
I just opened the treasure, and the ring wasn't in there.
Oh, well, never mind then.
But there was this heart-shaped box of chocolates in there, and I think I'll give it to you.
Wow. Nobody's ever been kind to me before. Maybe this world isn't such a bad place.
You see, Sarah Olivia, the world is a good place, and you're not such a bad person. In fact, I know the good is inside of you.
That's not all you're gonna know is inside of me. Shut up and kiss me, you
Oh, heck to the no! Get your mouth off of me!
Ooh la la, Mr. Brian Bow.
End scene.
Thank you,
Scene.
Eugene, for that lovely scene.
That was
actually
wonderful.
fun. That was one of the more fun ones we've
Yes.
done.
You can see this is how Lord of the Rings might have
But
been different.
I have to catch Eugene on one thing.
Yeah.
When she did say sword instead of ring of destiny, destiny's one of our words up word of the week, and you didn't cling, 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 cling.
I did it when you said it first.
We're just supposed to do it every time a word comes out.
Oh, my bad.
So you fired. You better bring Jason Beschervase up in here.
Oh, you want Jason in here so he'll be like, oh, yes, you said a word. Oh, you said another one. Oh, my goodness, you said another word.
Jason,
That's so great.
if you're
It's a
listening right
great
now,
movie.
I'm not mocking you, but Eugene is.
I know.
Yeah.
Me and Jason are good. We're tight. So.
Aw, that's so sweet.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So it's
But that
cool.
was fun. We actually had our listeners actually laugh a little louder than usual.
That's good.
That was
But
fun.
if they thought that was good, the next skit will be. It's a reimagining of almost the same skit. This time, Brian, you're going to be a cowboy, and Livia's going to be your horse.
What does a horse sound like, I wonder?
You're
I don't
Mr.
know, but
Ed.
this is a dream come true. You my little horse. All right, let's do this. Ready?
All right, ready, action.
Woo! Giddy up, Olivia. We've been on the road for days, but the Indian gold is within our grasp. Wow. We will be able to use that money to save the town from Mean Gene McGruddy, the baddest villain in the whole Wild West.
I hear you, Brian the Kid, but I'm tired. You've been riding me all night. Maybe we can take a break. I mean, don't you need some recovery time?
Maybe you can stop. They always say you could be shooting blanks if you use up all your bullets.
Finally, some rest. I don't think I could push on any further.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
what's that over there?
I have no idea. Is that an X? Because you know X marks the spot, and the Indian gold must be right under here. Let's start digging. Hand me the hoe.
What did you just say?
What? I said, hand me a hoe.
No, not that. I'm a horse. I don't have hands.
Well, then give me something. Use your mouth or something. Don't tell me your mouth is tired from walking all day long.
Just exactly what are we talking about?
Hold it right there.
Mean Gene McGruddy.
McGruddy.
That's right. Now, Brian the Kid, you're going to get back on your horse and mosey on about that way, and I'm going to get this here treasure.
But wait, you don't even have a shovel. It's going to take you forever to dig this up.
Well, that's a good point. I'll make you two do my dirty work. Both of you start plugging away.
Olivia, you stop digging. Why do you keep knocking on my boats?
I told you I don't have any hands.
All right, stop. I see the treasure right there. Open it.
Wow, that's beautiful.
There's no gold in there. It's a statue of some woman. Of all the cotton-picking, worthless things I I love you, Brian the Kid. Will you be my partner? I promise to be good forever. You and I can spend the rest of our days bringing peace and joy to the West.
Oh, heck to the no. It looks like the statue has magic powers to make Mean Gene fall in love with the first person he sees. I just turned ghetto for some reason. And I'm the first person. Help me, Olivia.
You're on your own, kid.
Oh, how I love you, Brian. Let me count the ways.
No!
Ooh la la. End scene.
Wow.
Good
What is really
job.
going on? That was like an HBO special. And as you know, I had to change some of the words up because I was afraid to say him.
Yes, seriously.
Woo!
I think that's something we would see on Skinamax.
Oh, yes.
quite
Cinemax,
possibly.
Showtime, HBO, one
Yes.
of those cable channels that you have to pay to watch.
But would they be this clever?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. Like
Either way, I had a fun time. It was fun.
Yes.
And we have to thank the one, the only, Eugene Huang for writing it. So we're going to dedicate this next song to Eugene. It's Tracy Chapman with You're the One.
Thank you.
That was Tracy Chapman with You're the One. And right now we're going to interview somebody very special, someone, a new listener who came into the studio today. Of course, we knew off the bat that she was new because she's new.
We've never seen
We
her
haven't seen her
before.
before.
Never seen her before.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so she's right now standing in front of the mic or sitting in front of the mic. Can you introduce yourself for all of What's Poppin' listeners right now?
Hi, my name is Najat and I come from France.
Oh, Najat from France.
Oh, another French
Yeah.
woman.
Maybe
What's that look
she's
for?
friends.
What?
Which baby what?
She's friends with the girl from last week.
Oh, Jennifer? Jennifer is in the studio as well. And so you and Jennifer are actual friends from France?
Yes.
Ooh.
Awesome.
So we came together today.
Awesome. So what is it that you do in Korea?
Actually, I'm working in the Seoul Global Village Center.
Oh.
It's a center helping foreigners to adapt life in Korea.
Oh.
So we also give like free Korean lessons.
Okay.
Wow.
Cool. Alrighty. Oh, Eugene and Olivia, do you guys have any questions for Najat? We only have about 30 seconds, bud.
Oh,
Any
okay.
questions?
Well, I guess because one of the words of the week was ooh la la, so we want to know, what is your favorite nonsense word?
What that?
Ooh la la is your favorite nonsense.
Ooh la la.
Do the
Yeah, in
French use it a lot?
Or how about this?
Ooh la
Let's change it up a
la.
little bit.
We do it, yeah, a lot.
Right?
We use it a lot.
Yeah.
What is your ooh la la? Because that Britney Spears sings about baby be my ooh la la, like somebody that she's attracted to. So what is your ooh la la? Like somebody like ooh that makes you go la la. For me, it wouldn't be
Oh,
ooh la
la
la.
la.
Mine be la la.
What?
Usually it's like, what the hell is that? It's
Ah.
kind of meaning.
Right.
Is that what ooh la la means in France?
Yes.
Oh. So it's not a good
Actually,
ooh la la. It's like, oh.
It depends on how you say it. Like, ooh la la or oh la la. It depends on which one you use.
I am very sick of this.
Yeah.
Okay, we learned something new. Thank you for Najat from France for explaining to us that ooh la la could be used in a good way and a bad way. But right now, since we're short on time for the first half of our show, this is the last song of the first half of our show. And this is by Nabi, or Four Men featuring Nabi. And the song is called Baby You. And we'll be back with part 2. You guys are listening to What's Poppin' on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas. But we'll be right back with our second half of our show after word from our sponsors. Welcome back to What's Poppin' on TBS efm. And right now, we're going to go back to speaking with Najat from France. Because we can't be just like, peace, see you later.
I know, and
'Cause that'd
she's
be
so
rude.
interesting.
Yes, very interesting. We learned something about her during the song when it went out. So Najat, you've been married for 2 years.
Yes.
And your husband is from?
Korean.
He's Korean, okay.
Yes.
And you guys both got married twice, actually, because you guys got married once here in Korea and once in Paris.
Paris. Yes.
Yes, that's cool because a lot of families do that. You know, you want to get married in an area where both your families can see you. Like, if I were to get married, I'd go in the States because my parents are there, and then my wife's parents could be in another country. You know, that's respect out of for the families.
Yeah. His
Yes.
grandmother wanted to assist the wedding, so we had to do it twice.
Oh,
Did you
okay.
do the traditional Korean ceremony, wearing the hanbok and everything?
Yeah, but not the total traditional ceremony. But anyway, even for the white dress, you have like a 20-minute traditional ceremony after
Right.
the pebe. So we did this one.
Oh, you did
Actually,
the pebekshik after that.
Yes.
Okay.
But that's the
Awesome.
funniest, actually.
That was the what?
It was very funny. I loved it.
Okay. Well, since one of the words of the week were destiny, do you feel like getting married 2 years ago was like part of your destiny?
Yeah, I do believe that. But I also believe we can change destiny.
Oh.
You know, she's actually kind of blushing right now when you ask her that question.
Why?
She's like, was it your destiny to get married to your husband? She's like, ooh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure she kind of has to say that because what if he's tuning in right now? She better say it's a destiny, you know? You never
No,
know.
but actually,
Yeah, I know he listened to Brian, actually.
Oh, really?
See?
No, actually,
What's your husband's name?
이대형.
이대형? 네, 이대형 군, 저희 프로 이렇게 청취해주셔서 너무 감사드리고요. 와이프님, 나시아트 너무 아름답고, 두 분 이젠 결혼했으니까 영원히 행복하게 살았으면 좋겠습니다. I love you!
That is so sweet.
Actually, you were talking about the way he proposed to you during the break, and I thought that was pretty sweet. So can you elaborate
Oh yeah, how did
on
he
that?
propose to you?
Actually, I met him in Korea as an exchange student, and
Okay.
when I finished my master, I went back to France, and he followed me during the break, and the winter break, and asked me to marry him when I was in Paris.
So he actually followed you to Paris.
Yes, actually, he met my parents first.
Wow.
He asked
so
my
he got
father.
That's
permission?
scary.
Yes, and
Oh,
then he
that's
came
so-
to me.
That's so sweet. How
So wait,
romantic.
like, how did he actually propose it? Did he get on one knee? Did he like put the ring in like a champagne glass?
No, it was like, I want to meet your parents. I said, if you meet me, my parents, you have to get married with me. That's how it works in my family. Yeah, so I want to meet your parents.
Wow, that's just straightforward.
Wow.
Well,
That's amazing.
Koreans are straightforward, I feel like. They're
'Cause
very direct and blunt.
Most guys, if you're in a situation, you know, it'd be like, hey, I want to meet your parents. It's like, but then you have to get married with me. All right, I'll meet your parents in 2 years then. That's what usually would happen.
That is
Peace
true.
out to you. Now let's get some hamburgers or something, you know? That's what
Yes.
usually happens. Then your husband
I
really...
have another
what an
question,
experience.
actually.
Yeah.
So a lot of Korean women usually complain about their mother-in-law, right? And
Yeah.
How is that for you, being you're not
Notice her
Korean
face
yourself?
expression change.
No,
Like, yeah.
no.
You just put her on the
my
spot.
Actually,
mother-in-law.
I'm very, very, very lucky. I have the best mother-in-law in the world.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's it's true. She
Eugene.
always
Eugene.
buy me a lot of
Always trying
gifts.
to
When I
find
go to her
trouble.
place, I do nothing, and she always asks me if my husband helps me, and if he doesn't, she calls him and says, "You have to do housework in there."
Oh wow.
Oh, that's a good mother-in-law.
Yes.
I love her.
Yes.
She's
But what-
amazing.
Eugene, what about you? How's your wife's mom to you? Your mother-in-law.
She's chill, basically. She always says, if you have a fight, call me and I'll smack some sense into it.
When you said chill, I was thinking more like you come home and like, 안녕하세요. It's like, yeah, I'm chilling.
No, she lives so far away anyway, but she wouldn't be doing. But no, sometimes, yeah, when she comes over, she's just like sleeping on the couch when I come home. Like, oh, hey,
Your
hey,
mother-in-law
Mom.
is?
Yeah. She's like, oh, you hungry? Oh, let me go make you some food. No, just stay there, stay there. She said, no, I have to
That's
make you some
cool.
food. You're too thin.
They show their love with food.
Of course.
All Korean mothers share their love with
They
food. My mom
do.
tried to feed me too when I went back home. I was like, look, mother, you chills. Because I do not want to get fat.
Oh man.
Yes.
My mom did the same thing. I loved it.
But you didn't get fat. You're always skinny. So
I
skinny.
gained a few pounds. I was eating carby every day.
What, in your fingernail?
Exactly. Look how fat it is.
You're lucky. I got 7 kilo being with my mother-in-law.
Oh really?
You'll gain or lose 7
I
kilos?
gained.
You gained.
She's just
Yeah.
constantly
Oh my gosh.
making food for you.
Yes.
Food
What's
is
always-
love. It's love.
Food is love.
Yeah.
You know? So if you want to express love, just make somebody a good dish, and that's expressing a lot of love. But right now, we're going to get to a song. We want to thank Najat for being on our show and for letting us interview her. And after the song, we got our true and false, of course. The song was requested by one of our listeners who are in the studio with us right now. This is requested by Alice, and the song is On My Own from the Les Miserables OST. Check it out, y'all.
I love him, but only
On my own.
All right, but guys,
Words or lyrics. Yes.
now it's
That was good,
time for True.
and.
Or
I said and.
can something
What?
be true and false?
True and false or true or false?
True.
Or
False.
And yes, we have a special guest joining us for True or False.
So exciting.
Wow, 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 wow.
Who could
yes,
it be?
a person from a
Australia.
UFO.
I'm from Australia.
I was like, wow,
Yes.
wow, wow.
Yes.
Hey,
Are you
Mike
singing
Jones.
Bobby McFerrin?
No, we're not singing Bobby McFerrin.
All right, so we have Mike Jones here joining us. Of course, Mike is always here on Tuesdays for Poppin Review, but he decided to drop by the open studio today
And he
to play
literally just popped in. That's all he did.
True
today.
or
That's my,
false?
that's my goal.
That is what's poppin'. So
Yes.
today's topic for True or False is actually, in the past, Korea's name was it's spelled Korea today, but in the past it was spelled Corea. Have
That's
you guys
right.
heard of this?
Yes.
I have.
So what kind of things have you heard about this?
I heard it's the Japanese that changed it to a K.
Yep, I heard
Okay.
that too.
And
But why did they do that?
So J can go before K.
That's
C
right.
would go before J.
Okay.
Wow.
Have you heard any of this before?
Y'all just learned me something. Cray up in here.
Okay, well, I have a few facts about this. Sometime around the turn of the century, meaning the 1900s, Korea began to be spelled with a K. Mm-hmm. Originally as a C. There's a movement that believes that the reason it was changed from C to K is because the Japanese government during the colonial era did not want Korea to come before Japan alphabetically so they could march first in the Olympics and other international forums. There's also been bills passed in the National Assembly to regulate that it should be spelled with C-O-R-E-A, not K-O-R-E-A. And in German and English, Korea is now spelled with a K, but in French, Italian, and Spanish, it is spelled with a C.
Yeah,
and
because even in Brazil, they spelled it with a C.
Yes, so I guess Portuguese also.
Yeah.
The name itself, Korea, is based on the Goryeo dynasty, which ended in 1392. So maybe it really should be a K versus G debate, not K versus C, right?
They want a G? Goryeo.
Korea?
Goryeo.
Sounds like an animal.
Goryeo.
Sounds like something you put on
Goryeo.
like chicken.
Yeah, it does sound like an animal.
Today we're going to cook our chicken with Goryeo.
Yes, exactly. It's
Okay.
a
Very good
pesto
herb.
sauce.
But I mean, I'm sure a lot of us have lived in Korea for a long time. And when is the first time that you have heard of this phenomenon?
Wait, changing it to a G?
No, K to C or C to K.
Well, I didn't know it was a phenomenon. I just thought during the World Cup that certain countries spelled it with a C. I didn't know all these facts about, the dynasties and back in the day, all that stuff, and Japan with J and K and all that stuff.
No, specifically about the problem where people say that Japan changed it with
My
malicious
first year
intent.
here, I actually learned about it. My mom bought me a book. She actually found a book from 1897 or something. It was written in 1897.
Wow.
The title is Korea with a C. And I remember asking, why is it with a C? And actually, my students at that time told me that.
Oh, my
Amazing.
cousin told me.
Your cousin told you. When did your cousin tell you? Before you came to Korea or after?
After I came to Korea.
Okay, the first time I have ever heard this was when I was 14 years old, and one of my friends, my Korean American friends, told me, and I actually told my dad about it, and he's like, "Don't listen, your friend's full of stuff."
Nonsense.
Yes,
Yes.
nonsense.
Nonsense.
Exactly.
Well, I'm going to be the unique person and start spelling Korea with a CH.
CH.
Korea?
Sounds like a food.
sausage.
Okay, but the true or false question today
Yes.
is going to be: Korea started to be spelled with a K because the Japanese wanted Korea to come after it in international forums like the Olympics. True or false? Brian, what do you think?
False?
Okay, Brian says false.
I'll go
Olivia.
with true, just because that's what more than one person has told me.
Okay.
I'm,
Michael.
I'm going with true because that's what Olivia says.
Okay.
There you go,
Those
Mike.
are all very good
But
answers.
we will actually go over the answer after a song. But you listeners here also, we're going to ask you right after the song what you guys think, if it's true or false. So check it out. This is Come Together by Robin Williams and Bobby McFerrin. Check it out. Once again, that was Robin Williams and Bobby, but it says Booby on the sheet. Bobby McFerrin with Come Together! Of course, a lot of people originally thought that Michael Jackson sang this song. And I love the way he sings it. Yeah,
Of course, that was a cover of John Lennon's original song.
yes, the original
That's
was
right.
actually John Lennon, but a lot of people think it's Michael Jackson. But the original singer is John Legend. I said John Legend.
John Lennon.
John Lennon.
John Lennon.
Oh, my.
Not Robin Williams, not Bobby McFerrin, but John Lennon. But right now, we're going to get back to true or false. So before the song, we actually I said false. Olivia said true. Mike said true because he just got whipped by Olivia. Now, our listeners, what do you guys think? Do you think it's true or false?
Let me restate the question first. The question is, Korea started to be spelled with a K because the Japanese wanted Korea to come after it in international forums like the Olympics. True or false? What do you guys think? Everybody says true. Okay, let's go
Majority.
over the answer. Okay,
We have
so
about a
first of
minute. Go
all,
ahead.
some facts. The Korean government printed materials with both spellings before 1905 when Japan took over.
All right.
Number 2, in the Olympics, Korean athletes marched under the flag of Japan during the colonial era, meaning there was no separate Korean team. Number 3, the Japanese referred to Korea as Chosen, which in romanization begins with a C, and also in Japanese order, where Japan is called Nihon or Nippon, CH comes before N in their order. So, actually, this is false. There is no truth behind this.
I'm good.
The only
You are just lucky.
The only likely idea of any Japanese involvement in this change is because if you write the word Korea in Japanese and then translate it to what you wrote in English, so you're going from Korea, the word from English to Japanese back into English, it would be with a K because in their romanization, they don't have a C except for if it's before a CH.
In the Japanese language?
So all of y'all
there's
have
no
been
C.
misinformed in the past, and the true thing is, it's not true that the Japanese people changed it to a K. It's just that they don't have a K, C in their language.
Exactly.
In their
And
alphabet. Okay.
if they did change it, it wasn't with any malicious intent. Like, oh, we want Korea to come behind us. Of course, the Japanese colonial era was very, very oppressive for Korea itself, but this particular event was not done with any malicious purpose.
Alrighty.
Interesting.
So now we know the answer, but unfortunately, we are all out of time for today. But we had a great time. We even had Mike pop in.
Hi.
We had a new listener from France, Najat. We got to interview her, so it was
Yes.
very fun today. And it was a fun, goofy time. So for you listeners out there who want to be part of our open studio, we urge you guys to come in. It's fun.
Remember, next week we're going to be here on Tuesday. Not
Next
Wednesday.
week will be on
Tuesday.
Tuesday, July 23rd. Remember that. Next week, Open Studio, July 23rd, Tuesday. And the last song of the hour is by...
Dido.
Yes. And what's the song called, y'all?
Hunter.
Yes. Check it out, y'all. This is Hunter by Dido. And this is Brian Jew.
Olivia Lim.
Eugene Huang.
And Michael Jones.
Signing off.
Peace.